You gotta like the framing. I mean, this is something else. So, handcuff students' death. Right? That's what they took from the event. All right? Like, a student that was handcuffed died. Why? Doesn't matter. It's just like handcuffed students' death sparks uproar in UK as far right accused of inflaming tensions. My brother in Christ, if this happened in Eastern Europe, everybody would have been inflaming tensions. Like, it would be a moral requirement to inflame tensions from the far left to the far right to the apolitical. Which, by the way, isn't that what happened with Black Lives Matter? Did they say, oh, the far left is inflaming tensions? Or was it, it's a civil rights movement? But I guess this is what it's like in the UK, right? Like, you are allowed to protest, but only in the government-approved spaces. And when you're protest, you're only allowed to show the government-approved emotions. Like, you're not allowed to, get upset. Here's the interesting thing. There was a doctor, which agrees with me, because I said it before that doctor, right? I said it since day one. Regardless of what the police would have done, that kid would have died. He got stabbed in the lung. Now, I said that if the ambulance was literally on the scene, then chances are he would have survived. Apparently, that doctor that posted in some newspaper disagreed with me. He said that even if the ambulance was on the scene, the nature of the wound would have made it so the kid wouldn't have survived. Okay, now this is all well and true, but here's the interesting part. If during Black Lives Matter, people would have known for sure that George Floyd would have died anyway. So it wasn't, just because of the way he was treated that Derek Chauvin nearly got him. But, like, he would have died anyway. Do you think the answer would have been different? Do you think, like, the protests would have been smaller? Do you think, like, the Summer of Love that happened in America? No, of course. Like, it would have been exactly the same. Now, this is the reason why people are upset, okay? It's not just the fact that the guy died in police custody. It's the lack of dignity and respect that he got, which upsets people, right? The fact that the accuser wasn't also taken apart, pat down, arrested, like, it took for the student to die before the police actually started doing policing. The fact that the video was kept so long under wraps, when everybody knows, at least everybody thinks that this would be the case if the situation was reversed, if a white guy would have stabbed a sick person. Like, immediately, probably within hours, you would have had video footage. But what's also interesting is that a couple of years ago, I mean, it's not that long ago, right, when the Black Lives Matter protests happened, and they happened because of something that took place over an ocean, like in the United States. It wasn't even a British thing, because, like, from my understanding, in Britain, police officers don't even have guns. I mean, they have to call someone else with a gun. So, like, the idea of police officers shooting black people, that's not even something that happens very often in Britain, right? But despite that, they still had, like, Black Lives Matter protests during COVID, during a time of lockdowns, where they would have, arrested people and shut down businesses over sunbathing and shit, right? So, like, all of a sudden, they do have, like, Black Lives Matter protests. And during those protests, if you said White Lives Matter, like, that would get you in trouble. There were people fired over it. It was considered a hate crime, right? Not necessarily, sorry, not a hate crime, a hate incident. That's what they say, hate incident. So in other words, they wouldn't criminalize you, but they would make a statistic out of that. And so, like, this is the culture that the government fostered and encouraged and promoted, right? So, like, if you're basically saying White Lives Matter is a racist thing, and then a white guy literally gets arrested because he got stabbed by a person that's legally allowed to carry a knife, while the white guy is not allowed to carry a knife, for no rational explanation, by the way, right? Like, it just feels as if, okay, well, this guy believes in mysticism, and that mysticism tells him that he should have a knife in order to defend the weak and learn discipline, while the white guy, because he doesn't believe in mysticism, cannot be trusted with a knife to defend themselves or defend the innocent. And so you create this parallel society where a person is allowed to have a knife, another person isn't allowed to have a knife. When the person with the knife stabs the guy without, and then calls the police and reports a bullshit crime, in my opinion, like words. Oh, he called me racist. Like, motherfucker, in most countries, that's not even a crime. Like, in the United States, that's not a crime. Like, calling someone names. It's like, call names back. You don't get to assault people. But anyway, calls the police, claims that he was attacked. He's not, pat down. Like, the police is not suspicious of the guy at all. Like, in Eastern Europe, the way police works in Romania, and I'm not saying Romania is, like, the best nation on earth, but, like, the way we do policing is the way the British used to do policing. Like, you guys used to do that. Both parties are treated with suspicion. Like, both parties are separated from one another. They're pat down. They're asked, like, what happened. You have a conversation, right? And then you have witnesses. It's like literally what the police does on the spot. And so you don't end up making this level of fuck up. You don't end up on camera arresting a guy that's bleeding out, because you would have had to be in his feet. They would have gotten pat down. They would have saw that he is stabbed. This is why the people are upset, right? Which is very interesting, because the far left claim that the police are abusing anyway. And now they have a case of police abuse and they're crickets. It's like, oh, well, the far right is obsessed. So all of a sudden, the far left is happy with the police work? Like, is this what, am I to understand that from now on, like, the far left is not going to say anything about police working because it's fine? But yeah, no, it's interesting. Even Keir Starmer had to come out and he said the name, which is something that I predicted he would do, because he loses nothing by doing it, right? I mean, it's so fucking bad that seriously, like, even the far left are looking at this and they're like, yeah, it was pretty fucked up. Like, I know actual leftists, actual communists, actually, the only people that I don't know is the feminists, right? Like the all men are rapists brigade. I don't know what they think about this, but like even the communists, the only thing is like they can't really speak out because, again, it kind of fucks with their narrative. But they're not actually doing anything to quiet down the people that are complaining, because even they understand it, right? And so, this is why you have like the situation. As for the far right being upset, I mean, dude, like, are you kidding me? Like, you're lucky it's the far right, and it's not something that happened to the Muslim community or something that happened to the communist community. I mean, right? Like the far right is probably the least scary people to chimp out in 2026. Like in the past, maybe it would have been different, but like right now, if you have people on the street and you have to choose like which group, you have like the Antifa, you have the Muslim community, or you have the far right. I would take the far right on the street any day. It's like not even by a long shot. But anyway, right? So they're upset. I mean, again, this is something that was building up. Like, it's not this particular event that is upsetting people, right? Like, it's something that was long time brewing, and the fact that the British government constantly refuses to even address the grievances that some of its citizens have and just labels them far right and tries to contain them. And every single time, like people put it up to a vote, they seem to vote for less migration. Like, on Brexit, they voted Brexit because they wanted less migration. They voted for the Tories because they wanted less migration. They voted for Labour. Well, I mean, they didn't really vote for Labour. They stood home rather than vote, and they did the 0 seats thing because they wanted less migration. And you constantly just refuse to address this. Like, this is something that can't be addressed. It's like, okay, well, I mean, the situation is bubbling. Like, you still live in a democracy, and your legitimacy is tied into people feeling represented. And instead of representation, you keep doing crackdowns, right? I mean, I remember the last time there was a protest, the two-tier care thing. The police was bragging that they can follow people's cell phones, that they can just come into their homes at 6 a.m. Right. Safest internet on earth, right? Like, everyone has to dox themselves now in Britain. Safest internet on earth. Too bad it's not the safest place to grow children, apparently. Like, if you have young kids getting stabbed, and the police just accept, well, I mean, he said racist things about me. Oh, well, I mean, if he did. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, we'll see you in the comment section. Take care.